Hi, this is Rena and Najee with Vegan Bae. What's up, guys? We're at Cafe Carmo, which is a tropical cafe and bar. We were invited in to try a couple of their foods. They're not necessarily a vegan place, but they definitely have a lot of vegan foods that you could try if you're in New Orleans. And the vibe inside is really like tropical, cool. They have a nice mixture of Caribbean food, cultural food, Central America, South America, West Africa, Southeast Asia, and Gulf South. Basically every place I've ever been born and lived in all over the shit. So, let's go.
If you like, I can go ahead and get something warm for you. You want to go ahead and get that?
Yeah, so what would you recommend be the best thing?
Maybe the Rico, that's one of the signature items. But also maybe a Rico and get one of the salads. And perhaps, I know you would express interest in the avocado. The Creole avocado. We can do one of those.
Awesome. All right, cool. Look at how much culture is in everything.
Yeah, the detail is crazy.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's amazing. And so right now, like he said, I don't know if you guys could hear him, but this is the 10-year anniversary of the earthquake that happened in Haiti. It was a horrible earthquake, as you guys probably already know about. And right now, they're putting all the proceeds of what they're going to be selling, all this art that you see on here. They're doing a film viewing tonight. Any money that they get from these sales is going to Port-au-Prince to help with, whatever they need in Haiti. So that's awesome. They also do different initiatives to help in Puerto Rico. So that's amazing. I love it.
Creole avocado.
Ooh, Creole avocado. Oh, I'm about to kill this. This looks amazing.
That looks delicious.
Cut very, very thinly, and then
Molded.
kind of,
That's
Yeah.
awesome. What's the
Awesome.
seasoning on there?
Seasoning, we do our own Creole seasoning.
Oh, nice.
Ours is, our Creole seasoning is a little bit different than standard New Orleans Creole seasoning. It has some of the sweet spices from the Caribbean. So just a little different take.
Love it. All right, here's the Creole avocado. That looks like it's gonna be good. If you like avocado, this is such an awesome little dish. Come here, baby.
Man, this is
I love it. I want to make this at home. This, whatever the sauce is, it's like so tasty.
Here we have the Rico.
wow.
That's a porkless sandwich, I read. Yeah?
Yes, so it's got the plantain, we call it tostone. On top we have its vegetable protein, which is we smoke a little bit and then cook down with some passion fruit and again some Creole seasoning, avocado, salsa fresca, and then this is like a little tropical remoulade that goes on top.
It's like a jibrito.
It's very similar to Ibarito without
The actual
top.
other plantain, yeah.
It is homage to Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Puerto Rico, so yeah.
That's awesome.
This baby.
This is the macaquito. So it is crispy lavash with vegan cheese and then mashed banana with cinnamon and sugar, just broiled like that.
Wow.
That looks really tasty. All right, I'm like super excited.
Excellent.
We already started here and
Good.
we were like
This
so
is
excited.
on point. I love
You like
this.
it? Okay.
Love this.
Yes.
Yeah.
We just got the rest of our meals and I'm so excited. Let's go ahead and try broken noodle. This is really cool because they have chopsticks. It is a mixture of cultures, so.
It tastes really fresh.
Very interesting. Tastes better with that.
Hold on to next.
The Rico. Such a perfect timing. My grandfather's name is Rico. So we're here in New Orleans where he lives.
Oh. That's that first little bite. Man, this cheese though.
They got a cheese that's so stringy and like melty. I didn't know for sure. Their vegan meat's tasty too.
Yeah.
This cheese is on point.
Jesus.
The blanc was cooked perfectly. Like the blanc was cooked so well. Oh, when I'm not getting any of that sweet sauce, it tastes so good. So maybe if I got this again, I would ask for no sweet sauce.
Something spicy.
Yeah. Give me that. That's so interesting. Are we sure that's stringy cheese? We'll find out tonight.
Wow.
You're like, no, you really like it. So here's the thing, even though I don't like sweet, I'm not going to punish a restaurant for having sweet things. It's not fair to them. I can still taste that it tastes good. If only it had like a spice to it for me, it would be amazing. So it's cool. I'm on to that now. Now that's supposed to be sweet. So this right here is the macachito. Let's see how this tastes. I'm still drinking this though.
I ain't even.
I like this. Oh, it's not even like a grilled cheese. Those are bananas.
It's like a hidden pop.
It's like nice. Now, it ain't the prettiest thing, but it definitely. Don't be concerned with how this one looks. It tastes really good.
Yeah,
This is so yum yum.
it is. I can see a lot of kids liking this. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have babies, kids, they would like this. And then share it. It's a lot.
Yeah.
You have like 2 kids, like here, you share this little thing right here. Alright guys, so we just had a nice little spread of food from Cafe Carmo. My favorite was the Creole avocado.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Like I literally was like going crazy around, like give me that. I think I'm gonna ask for some on the way out. Anyway, but it was really, really tasty. So I was very happy with the Creole avocado.
Yeah.
So that was on point. We also had the broken noodle one. Broken noodle. So that was different for us.
Yeah.
Pleasantly different though, not necessarily bad. For me, it wouldn't be something that I would technically order usually. Reason why is because 1, I don't really like cold noodles, and 2, I don't really like sweet things. So wouldn't be something I would order, but
I like the variety of the different ingredients in there. It had like nuts and then obviously like the veggies and such. Wasn't a huge fan of the cold noodles like Rainer said, but overall it was a good dish. You know, it was a good dish to, like you said, like an entree. Well,
like an appetizer.
Appetizer.
Yeah, it was a nice little appetizer, a smaller portion of it for me. If I did eat it again, I'd have like a little bit just to kind of like get me ready to eat, if that makes sense. I did enjoy the use of chopsticks here. I love chopsticks. I've been using chopsticks now as a baby, so I did like that we got to have got to feel so much at one place. The other thing we had, macachito. So this is the remnants of our macachito because it was so good, but we're like talking to you guys now, so let's talk about that.
So I really enjoyed this dish. I just didn't think I was gonna like it as much as the Rico and such. But the cheese on this is so on point. So good. Then the banana is what kind of threw me off. I was like, I don't know if I really like the banana on top of that, but it's kind of like my favorite thing on there. So I don't know. This is one of the dishes that shocked me.
It was a nice mix between savory and sweet without being too much. I'm not a banana person, but I knew he would like it, but it actually turned out really tasty. I'm gonna tell you this. I would absolutely come here every time I come to New Orleans for the avocado. I know for a fact I could probably remake that, and I still would come here for that avocado.
Yeah.
It was so tasty. Like, and then he said he added like some sweetness to it. I didn't taste the sweetness. I tasted it. It tasted amazing. It wasn't a cold avocado, so I usually like cold. I don't even like warm avocado, and it was warm, and I still loved it. I think because it just made me feel so reminiscent. I'm gonna ask him what the hell is this, because it tastes like fenugreek sauce. Like every time I think about it, I literally would lick the plate right now.
We won't show that part. Go ahead.
Okay, no, for real. It tastes so good. Like, it's so tasty. I just want more of that
So that was your favorite dish?
That was, yeah, absolutely.
All right, this is Dana, the owner of Cafe Carmo. He's awesome. So we tried a couple different dishes that he suggested to us. We also asked specifically for the macajito, which we ended up loving, which is great. So we wanted to ask him a couple questions just to kind of get a gauge for Cafe Carmo. We already told you guys we love it here, so this place is amazing. But we are interested in, what made you decide to put together so many different cultures in one place.
My wife and I, she's Brazilian. We lived in South America for a long time, and frequently we would go out, to these types of places that were very fresh, simple flavors, but really focused on the foodways of the place. For example, Brazil or Venezuela or Peru or wherever it was, and we felt like that's something that wasn't really present in New Orleans. We have great food in New Orleans, but a lot of really heavy food. We found this place, and it was just my wife and myself to start with for about a year, and then it just kept growing from there. And as we grew, we've had folks join our team. For example, we have Wataru Saeki, who's a wonderful Japanese chef. We have Asha Kuruita, who's a wonderful Sri Lankan chef.
Oh,
We have
wow.
chef from El Salvador. We have from Brazil. So we have these folks from all over.
Okay.
And so we're really just kind of doing the food that we feel like gets underrepresented. Sometimes they're national dishes that people,
Wouldn't even know.
They wouldn't even know.
Yeah.
And a lot of times I think when different ethnic cuisines get imported into the United States, they kind of filter it down to
Americanize
the very,
it.
exactly, yeah. So we're trying to do the opposite of that. And in fact, over the years, there have been restaurants that we were doing dishes, for example, from a particular country that once there's that restaurant and there's a good version of that, we don't need to introduce the community. It's there.
Wow, that's awesome.
So that's kind of fun.
That's awesome. So my mother actually has a business called Around the World Taste, and because we live literally around the world, so this place really reminds me of that. I didn't know it was gonna be like that. But anyway, I was born in Guam, and this dish, which you can no longer see anymore, was the
Creole
avocado.
avocado.
Sorry, this was amazing. However, this sauce right here really reminds me of fettuccine sauce, which is a Chamorro Pacific Islander sauce. Is this soy sauce or what is that?
So the sauce itself, we make our own ponzu, and the base of it is just a really good organic tamari. So we start with that, and then we build it up. It has passion fruit, it has other seasonings in it. Then we use that on a lot of things. So.
This caused so much nostalgia for. I was like, oh my god! I feel like this is. Anyway, it tasted so good. I almost started looking at the plate, but I didn't want to embarrass myself. And I was just like, this is the most amazing thing ever. So I am a fan, and he absolutely loved the Rico more than anything. This one. How do you tell about your Rico?
Yeah, so it was delicious. So with the cheese, what
Right.
type of cheese is it?
That
We were
is a-
concerned.
That's actually the diet cheese.
Really?
Yeah.
You guys do something to it?
We just try not to overcook it, basically. Yeah. Well, that in particular, we put right on the grill, and so, but it's only on there for a second,
Just to melt it.
so it doesn't dry out.
What was the vegetable protein?
That is it's just a raw vegetable protein, which is it's soy free and gluten free. So it's primarily it's got pea protein.
Okay.
It's
Almost like a Beyond Meat has the pea protein. Or it doesn't have to be that, but
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's
idea.
kind of that. Yeah, this is the one that doesn't bleed. We've been open now coming on 10 years, and so when we opened, there were really no other vegan places. The majority of our folks who are coming here were coming for that reason. Over 50% of our customers are vegan.
Wow.
And so we started, at that time, the only kind of cheese on the market was, with the exception of cashew versions, where it was the Daya. And so we've been careful not to vary that too much, because every time we change something, we get a little bit of blowback.
Yeah, I'm sure. Because people come for that. Like, if this
Yeah.
was any different, I'd be hurt.
Yeah.
I'd be very, I just know every time I come to New Orleans now,
You're gonna get that.
I mean, I'm probably try some other stuff, but this is definitely going to be part of my meal. The Creole avocado. I keep calling it Cajun.
Well,
But thank you so much, Dana.
Thank
It's
you.
really
I
nice
appreciate
meeting
you.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.